Announce to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Avatar. Sai Ram. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். சொல்ல தெரியாதா? நானே தமிழ். It is so packed here, I don't know where to stand also. So that is really a good indication of what a wonderful treat we are in for today. I won't say much. In fact, we had some last minute arrangements to do. We have 3 days of beautiful satsang starting from today, tomorrow and Thursday. I would urge you to come on all 3 days because the speaker and his team are so dynamic, are so motivating, are so melodious, are so mystifying that they are sure to capture your hearts. We're not here to give a long introduction. We had a long bhajan that also was Swami's will, impromptu. Actually, we didn't come here to sing, we came here to listen. But Brother Hari is so much in demand. He's been traveling since the 3 weeks already. Started in Singapore and going back to Singapore after this. From Singapore to Seremban for the Tamil camp, and then off to Penang, and then back to Rawang for the youth camp. Penang Ipoh, then Rawang for the youth camp. And now we are blessed to have him here for 3 days. Not only him, he has come with his lovely wife, Sister Shweta. Alright, just a brief history. We just finished the National Youth Camp where Brother Hari was the main speaker. I think for the youths who went for the camp, Brother Haridas and all that, we know that we gained so much from this camp compared to all the other camps, okay, because of the wonderful gems that we heard. I'm not going to go into the history of Brother Hari Subramaniam and all that. I'll leave that to him. Neither am I going to go to the history of his other team member, okay, Brother Dr. Anand, next student of Swami. Alright. The most important thing I'm going to tell you today is that we are also going to have translations into Tamil because we have many in our audience. Okay, alright, many in our audience who are Tamil speaking, so we can just mix it up now. Swami speaking. Don't look very serious. Don't have to be, okay? It's not going to manifest anything. So in order to say a few words about Brother Hari Subramaniam, can I invite? Yes, we can invite Uncle Haji to say a few words. Please welcome Uncle Haji. You will give the Tamil translation of not what I said.
Sai Ram, அன்பு ஆத்மர்களே, ஹரி வந்து பொடெக்ஸன்லேருந்து பின்னாடி போயிட்டு ஈப்போ போயிட்டு கேரளா வந்து பேசி அவர் தொண்டை இதாச்சு. ஸோ இன்றைக்கி பகவான் இங்கே அனுப்பியிருக்காரு. அவர் எவ்வளோ பேசணுமோ அவ்வளோ தான் பேசுவார். கேட்டு நடக்கணும். சுவாமி வந்து அன்பு தான் கற்றுக் கொடுத்தாரு. ஸோ அன்பை நம்ம வந்து ஹரி சொல்லிக் கொடுப்பாரு பஜனில், அன்புன்னா என்னன்னு அது கேட்டுக்கிட்டு மகிழ்ந்து போங்க. ஹரி வந்து சுவாமியிடம் ரொம்ப அனுபவப்பட்டிருக்காரு. 15 வருஷம் பஜன் பிருந்தாவனில் இருந்திருக்கிறாரு. சுவாமி பல சோதனையும் கொடுத்துருக்காரு. அந்த அனுபவம் எல்லாம் அவங்ககிட்ட சொல்லுவார். அதை கேளுங்க என்னன்னு. நான் ரொம்ப பேசுறதில்ல, ஹரிக்கிட்டே படிச்சிடுறேன். Sai Ram.
So today we will have 2 speakers. Alright. To start us off, please welcome Brother Dr. Anand.
I was a student in Vrindavan and Prashant Nilayam from 96 to 2001. During that time, I got to see a lot of sweet things that were happening around, and also got to hear from the lecturers and the warden and my fellow brothers in the hostel, and I happened to witness a lot of sweetness from the Lord directly. So I thought I would share a few of those. There was a student in the first standard. He had a brother and an elder brother and an elder sister. One day Swami just came along in darshan and asked this primary school boy, "What is your name?" The boy answered. And then Swami asked him, "How many brothers you have?" Then that sweet kid answered, "Swami, I have one brother." Then Swami said, No, that is not right. You should say all are brothers." Then Swami again asked him, "How many sisters do you have?" Then that kid answered, "Swami, one sister." No, that is not right. You should say all are sisters. Then Swami asked him, "How many wives do you have?" Then that boy answered, "Swami, all are wives." So Swami patted his cheek and walked away. So like this, there were several instances wherein the Lord actually, like he would actually talk to a primary school boy like a primary school boy. To a fifth class, he will talk to like a fifth class. Then when he stepped out of the interview room, the president Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma was there in Prashant Nilayam. Swami came out from the interview room, threw him a teddy bear and told him, "Kali time and kelo, play when you have a free time." So he would actually like treat everybody with so much of sweetness. Once in Vrindavan, when there was a boy who actually spoke to the warden, saying that, "Sir, I don't want to stay here, actually I want to go back to Chennai, my hometown. I don't have belief in Swami, I would like to go back." Then warden sir actually said, No. He said that you have to experience Swami all by yourself. Nobody can convince you, but the Lord, you pray to the Lord will actually take care of you. He will actually install faith, because only He can actually make you pray to Him. He can only give you the love that you can have for Him. And then he told you pray to the Lord. One day when Swami came for bhajan from Trai Vrindavan towards Sai Avatar hall, this boy was actually standing with the ABC, means all the audiovisual boys were actually standing outside behind Trai. There is a small tulsi plant there. And warden sir was standing and this boy also was standing. Swami walked that way. Swami one day asked him, "What is his name? Where do you come from?" And the next day, like to say, he was actually slowly engaging this boy in conversation. Then one day Swami came to him and he plucked out a tulsi leaf and showed it to this boy and asked him, "What is this?" Then the boy said, "Swami, tulsi leaf." Then Swami closed his hands and blew over it, and then opened his hand and blew over it and asked, "What is this?" Then he said, "Swami, tulsi leaf." And Swami opened his hand, there was a gold coin. Then Swami actually put it into his pocket and told him, "Don't show to anybody." Actually, warden sir was standing there. Actually, he was curious. Actually, wanted to see what was there. Then, "Swami, please show it to me, Swami." Then the boy actually was hesitant because Swami told not to show it to anybody. So he held his pocket and then moved back. Then warden said, "Yes, Swami, please show it to me." Then Swami told, "You only show." Then that boy actually showed the gold coin to Swami. The tulsi leaf has already changed into gold coin. Then warden sir saw it, and then Swami said, "Put it into a handkerchief," and then slowly packed it and then put it into his pocket and then came for bhajan. When Swami was sitting there in bhajan in the Chanti Vedika in Sai Avatar, suddenly something fell on Swami's lap. Then Swami gave a giggle. He actually saw all the bhajan boys sitting there and then he smiled at all of us, a mischievous and a naughty smile. Then on his way back, after bhajan, after Arati, Swami went back and asked that boy, "Where is the coin?" Then the boy actually took out the handkerchief and opened it. There was no coin in that. Then the boy actually gave a look at warden sir. Then actually it was warden narrated it to us, and he said that because of warden's drishti, the coin disappeared. Then the boy's face actually was fallen because Swami told him not to show it to anybody, and because warden sir wanted to see it, and finally he showed and the coin is disappeared. Then the boy was actually very, very sad and he was actually seeing warden sir. Then I said the mistake was because of warden, the coin disappeared. Then warden sir asked Swami, "Please give him back the coin, Swami." Then Swami said, "Narasimurthy, itla chesi ichesai. You only do like this and give him the coin," and he walked. Then actually like for 2 days the boy was actually so crestfallen, all the time feeling very sad, and he wouldn't talk to warden sir after that. And 2 days after that, Swami actually called a boy for an interview in the morning. And then Swami again waved his hand and materialized a coin, gave it to him. And then held the coin, blew it twice, and it became 4 times the size of the original. Then again closed his hand, blew it twice more, and became 8 times the size of the original coin. The original coin was this much. After he blew it, it became such a big medallion. And then Swami told him, now you can go and show it to the warden. Then when he came down to the hostel and knocked on warden sir's room and said, sir, I have something to show you. Why, are you sure you want to show it? Yes sir, Swami told me to show it to you. And then he showed the coin to warden sir. And once, Swami was actually, there was a boy who is presently the chemistry lecturer in the Vrindavan campus, Dr. Ravi Kumar. When he was a small boy, he had actually lost his mother. And Swami had told him that, I will take care of you like a mother. And Swami has always been taking care of him like a mother. Like once his watch kind of stopped working, he just thought, maybe I should change the battery, and then somebody called him and then there was already Swami sent him a watch. Like this, every simple thought a child has, every small desire the child has, Swami would actually go ahead to fulfill that. When he was a small boy, he was going for Balvikas classes and all that. But still, when he came to college level, his grades started falling. He was not performing well in his exams and his father was very worried. The reason for that was, there were 3 cinema theatres right in front of his college. Now, it is not really mandatory that you should attend to one of those cinema theatres every day, but he took it as a rule that he would attend to one of those cinemas on a daily basis. No wonder the graves are falling. And Swami came to Vrindavan then, and his father brought this small boy along. And Swami had called all of these people, these Balvika students for an interview. And Swami saw this boy and said, good boy. The moment Swami patted him and said, good boy, he thought to himself, even Swami doesn't know what I'm up to. So that is good. So he was actually having a big grin. Then Swami actually sent his father for a small errand to bring something. When his father stepped out, then Swami turned to him and asked, boy, where were you last afternoon? Then he said, Swami, yesterday we had chemistry practicals, I was in the lab. Swami again went to him and asked, where were you last afternoon? Swami, chemistry practical, Swami, we were actually, all of us were in the lab. Then Swami waved his hand and created the cinema ticket that he had used yesterday to watch a movie and showed him, you were actually sitting 3rd or 4th seat from the part, the middle part of the cinema ticket. He said, the moment he saw this, he heard this information, his heart started beating very fast. And at the same time, his father entered the interview. Immediately his mind got, Swami, in his mind he was telling, Swami, please don't tell my father. If you tell him, then he is going to beat me black and blue. Please don't tell him. Then the moment Swami saw his father, he turned to this boy and immediately said, good boy. Then added, bad company. So this was a beautiful moment wherein this boy realized, look at this. The Lord knows everything about me. But he doesn't, he says, I am still a good boy. He doesn't, it's not that he doesn't know, in spite of all the thing I am, so however bad I am, the Lord is ready to accommodate me into his fold. And he wants to treat me on a one-on-one basis. He doesn't want my father to interfere with me. It is an individual relationship with the Lord. The Lord wants to treat each and every one of us on a one-to-one basis. There is no mediator between us and the Swami. Swami told him, like if you have a fever, you are the one who is supposed to take the medicine. How much ever a person loves you, nobody else can take that medicine for you. If you have hunger, only you have to take the food. In that same fashion, you are having a one-to-one relationship with the Lord. The Lord and you, nobody comes in between the Lord and you. And one more incident which happened in our warden sir's life. One day, it seemed in Swami said the same thing once to Kasturiji also. Swami called Kasturi and told Kasturi, dance chain, go and dance. Then Kasturiji bent down and said, asked Swami, Swami, what should I do? Velli dance, go and dance. Means Swami actually wanted him to go and give a talk. Then Kasturiji went and stood in front of the mic. Boys, even though I am old, Swami still wants me to dance, so let me dance. So he started doing this, and then Swami said, okay, enough, now you give a talk. In same way, to Warden sir, Swami once told, Narsimurti, dance chain. Tomorrow, dance chain. He said. Then Swami, how much time should I dance? Then he said, no, all the devotees have come to hear me and not you. So talk for a small amount of time. Means just talk for a few minutes. Then in the evening, after the bhajan was going on, Swami suddenly turned around and stopped the bhajan and asked him to come and talk. When Warden sir actually got up, he was actually shaken off balance. He actually shook pretty badly and then came and held the podium, and he was actually shaking. And one of the boys in fact asked sir in the evening, sir, what happened, you were dancing? Then he said that no, actually Swami told me to dance, that is why I danced. Now, because he suddenly got up, what happened was his back had a pull, and his back had a real pull. The next morning, sir was not able to get up from his bed. He was actually, Swami was in Vrindavan, and he couldn't get up from his bed to go and have darshan. And he felt very bad about it. And then he told one of the teachers, sir, if you get a chance, please tell Swami that I am having a backache, that I am not able to come. Please ask Swami for a vibhuti. Then when the teacher tried to tell this to Swami, but Swami would never come towards him for almost 2 days. And then some of these elders, devotees who were there, they actually came to meet Warden sir in his room and said that, you know what, actually I also had a same pain like this, and for 3 months I was on the bed. I said this was going to boost the morale of Warden. So he was actually feeling even bad. Swami, what is this? What sort of sin I have done? You are just so close to me, yet I am not able to have darshan. From his room, actually previously there was a small Kalyana Mandapam and old Kalyana Mandapam, what we used to call. And from Sir's room, he would be able to see Trai Vrindavan completely, Trai. But now they have built a Kalyana Mandapam, the new one is pretty high, and he was not even able to see Bhagwan's building, the Trais. And he was actually feeling very bad. Swami, although you are here, I am not able to have your darshan. So he started crying so badly. What sin have I done? Can I not have your darshan? And he started crying so much. And suddenly, after 3rd day, there was suddenly some commotion in the hostel, and Swami was coming to the hostel. Swami climbed all the stairs and then came up to the 2nd floor of the hostel. And then the moment Warden sir heard that Swami was coming, he suddenly got up from his bed in that sudden moment, and then came and opened the door for Swami. Then Swami immediately asked him, they said that you are having a backache, you are standing here. Only then he realized that his backache is already gone and Swami has already cured it. And then Swami said, no, you go and rest. Swami slowly held him, made him sit on the spot. And then Swami in fact made him lie down. And then in fact Warden sir actually had a quote in Telugu, wherein on Tyagaraja's birthday, one of his devotees actually brought Sri Rama's picture as a procession. And Tyagaraja ran to welcome the Lord, and in the Telugu he asked, to see me, did you come walking all the way, Sri Rama, like that. In that same fashion, the Warden sir actually quoted this particular phrase. And Swami said, no, I didn't come by walk, I came by foot. And after that, what was beautiful was, Swami actually created vibhuti and applied on his back completely, and told him that you rest for 3 days and it will be alright, then you will be able to come. And when Warden sir wanted to get up to take Swami's Pada Namaskar, Swami said, don't move. Swami sat on his chair, and Swami took his leg and placed it on the cot. He said, no, you can take Pada Namaskar. The Lord was so sweet. Actually, he gave the faith to the devotee to take Pada Namaskar. That was another beautiful instance. And another instance wherein one of our lecturer, now currently the principal of Vrindavan campus, Sri Sanjay Sahani sir, narrated this in Bhagavan's presence in Trai Vrindavan. Swami once came for darshan in the afternoon in Parthi, and told all the boys seated there, boys, tomorrow onwards you don't have to come for darshan. The boys actually for a moment they were actually thinking what happened. Then he said, tomorrow onwards we will go to our Hillview Stadium and do some cleaning. The Hillview Stadium was actually getting ready, and there were a lot of thorny bushes and all this parthenium, all the weed plants are grown all around the place. And Swami said, let us go and then do the cleaning of that particular Hillview Stadium. And all the boys actually would go there and start doing the cleaning process. And Swami will come, and then he will come and sit in the center of the ground and then he will be watching all the boys doing work on different corners. And everybody will come, start working in different corners, and they will start working towards where Swami is, and slowly the entire group will be working around Swami. Swami said, there is nothing here, go back and your work is there, so go back. But the circle will keep converging on Swami several times. And Sahani sir, when he was a student at BCom, and he was also given a duty, and the duty was actually for them to clean behind the hostel. So the hostel was little far from the ground, means you will not be able to see Bhagavan directly. But almost everybody wants to work where Swami is, but his work was little away. And they were actually feeling bad, but whatever Bhagavan has given, whatever work, wherever it is given, we have to take it as a gift, a big boon for us. And he was actually doing this particular work. And every day when Swami comes in one car, there will be another car that will come behind Swami's car, which were anticipated by the students, because that will come with prasadam. And Swami would every day distribute laddus and all this to all the boys around. And he was actually thinking how nice it will be if Swami gives us apple today. He was actually thinking about this, and he was working in the hostel there. And in a while, all the boys, after 1 hour of work, all the boys were called to the ground, and when they all ran, Swami was actually distributing apples. And he turned around and he gave him also an apple. After a while, he turned to him and asked, did you get apple? Then when Sahani sir narrated this in Swami's presence, then Swami immediately stopped him and said, why should you ask Swami that you want an apple? You should be happy with anything that the Lord gives. You should take anything and everything as Bhagavan's prasadam. That was a message that was given when he was already a lecturer and a professor in Swami's institute. But when he was a small boy and he asked an apple, Swami went and gave him the apple. So according to our level of development, the way we connect to the Lord, He will come and give us whatever small things we ask. And as we keep asking, we should also go from first class, second class, third class. We should also start growing in that particular process. We should also put in some amount of sadhana, some amount of practice of what Swami is telling. And then as we keep putting it, we will also grow. And accordingly, Swami will also reciprocate our feelings. The Lord actually teaches us very, very sweetly. He doesn't even tell us that you better be doing this. He tells us in such a sweet manner. That brings one more incident here. Once to Prashant Nilayam, the chandeliers have come. When anything new comes in, the Swami will actually be like a small boy, and then he will come around with so much of enthusiasm. Swami will ask, is it ready? Is it ready? What has come? Then he will actually come around and look around all that is happening. In fact, Swami would go to the minutest details during the drama and all that. When he was supposed to come and light the lamp, then Swami said how to arrange the lamp for Swami to light. He said that you should actually bring out, put the wick and then oil, and then at the tip of the wick you should break a few pieces of camphor and put it. Therefore the moment Swami comes and hits a candle, immediately it will catch fire. Otherwise, you will always see that they will be trying to light the lamp and it will take for a few minutes. Almost the entire bhajan will happen and they will still be lighting the lamp. So Swami told them, if you actually keep the wick outside and break a few pieces of camphor and put it, immediately it will catch. So to that extent, Swami will come and go to the minutest details. And when this chandelier was being opened and there was a lecturer who was actually assembling it, Swami came and asked him, so how much time it will take? Swami, it will take another half an hour for us to be ready. Then Swami went out, and in 10 minutes he was back and, is it ready? So Swami was actually so curious to see it, like a baby, although he knows everything. And here, when this lecturer was holding the chandelier in his hand and doing the work, then Swami asked him, why don't you put it on the stand and fix it? Then the lecturer said, Swami, no problem, Swami, it is not heavy, I will hold it, Swami, no problem, you don't worry. Then Swami actually was standing there watching him for a few minutes, and then again said, in my opinion, it would be better if you put it on the stand and fix it. He said that, Swami, no problem, Swami, it is no problem, it is not at all heavy, I will handle it, Swami, you don't worry, Swami, you please stand there. Another 2 minutes it will be ready. Again, after a while, Swami said, in my opinion, it will be better if you put it on the stand and fix it. Again, actually, this time the lecturer got kind of restless and said, Swami, don't worry, Swami, no problem at all, I will handle it. After a few minutes it was done. Then he asked, is it ready? Yes, Swami, ready. Okay, let us switch it on. The moment it was switched on, there was a loose wire there. And this lecturer who was holding it in his hand got a shock. And he started shaking with the entire chandelier there. Before anybody could realize what was happening, Swami went and switched off. Means, in fact, pulled the wire, pulled the plug off. And this lecturer was actually standing there, shaking with the shock. And Swami went to him and said lovingly, the next time when I tell you something, listen. That is how sweet the Lord is. He doesn't admonish us. He says, the next time when I tell you, listen. In fact, he told him thrice, in my opinion, it will be good if you do it. In my opinion, still, it is the same way. The Lord actually talks to us in His presence or His omnipresence. He keeps telling you in your mind, very sweetly, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? But we still keep ignoring the voice. No, Swami, means, no, we know that it is for our own good, Swami is telling, but we still do not pay attention to the word. It is such a nice reminder. The next time when I tell you something, listen. Such a sweet Lord. Let us keep listening to the Lord and start putting His messages into practice in His life to please Him. Jai Sai Ram.
Ambassador of Sai, please welcome Brother Hari Subramaniam.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. Respected elders, my dear brothers and sisters, very loving Sai Rams to all of you. My heartfelt gratitude to our beloved Bhagavan and the Sri Satya Sai organization of this region, Malaysia, for kindly allowing us to come here and participate in the satsangs. As you might have already noticed, my voice is a little sore today. Perhaps an act of compassion from Bhagavan to spare all of you from a 2-hour-long torture. Our brother mentioned that I was part of the Vrindavan Bhajan group. For those of you who may not be familiar with Vrindavan and the Vrindavan Bhajan group, Vrindavan is Bhagavan's ashram in Whitefield near Bangalore. And in Vrindavan, Swami's residence is called Sai Vrindavan, a very beautiful lotus-shaped temple. Many years ago, Bhagavan used to grant darshan in this place called Sai Ram Shed. The Sai Ram Shed is essentially a shed, a beautiful tree, a tall, wide tree. Surrounding that, all the devotees will be seated. A lovely statue of Lord Krishna under the tree, and Sai Krishna will come and grant darshan to devotees seated around the trees. And those days, I was a volunteer in Vrindavan, a Sevadal volunteer. And I had this immense enthusiasm to sing bhajans. I was crazy about singing bhajans. And I had laid out my weekly calendar. So I knew that where bhajans are conducted in Bangalore, those days Bangalore had 40 centers, and I would go and attend one bhajan every single day of the week. So if it is a Monday, I knew exactly where the bhajans were. If it is Tuesday, third Tuesday of the month, fourth Tuesday, I knew all that information, and every day I would go and attend bhajans in different centers because I had so much of interest to sing bhajans. But unfortunately, my interest in bhajans, my enthusiasm was not shared by the bhajan coordinators and the conveners, so they would never let me sit in the front. They will say, thank you very much for coming, but looks like, you clap really, really well. You seem to have a bright future in that career in the future. So why don't you sit at the back and follow from your art? And whenever I would get a chance to lead bhajans in the centers, it would be when the lead singers are not present. So I was the plan B for them. When nobody else is there, and those days my singing used to be very, very moving. Whenever I sing, people will get up and move. And that is how I used to sing, and I had so much interest and so on. And that is when, as I was a volunteer in Vrindavan, I noticed something. I saw this group of men and women who would come and sit in front of Bhagavan on Thursdays and Sundays, very close to his lotus feet, and sing bhajans without microphones, of course, because Sai Avatar did not have the facility to have microphones. They would sing in a group, sing in front of the Lord of the universe. Nada Swarupa will come and enjoy those bhajans, and he would grant the opportunity to them. When I saw them, I went green in jealousy. I thought, what a wonderful chance that these people are getting. First of all, I am not at all a qualified singer. I am not even allowed to sing in the samitis. But then, not even a desire, I developed a greedy desire. I became very, very greedy. I thought, how nice it will be if I get a chance to sing with those fellows. Greed. Just an offering at this lotus feet. I thought, Swami, how nice it will be, Swami, if I get a chance to sit in front of those, sit with those people and be able to sing in your divine presence, Bhagavan. I forgot all about that. 3 weeks later, Bhagavan was walking among that bhajan group. As he was granting darshan, he was looking at the bhajan group members and he said something in Telugu. He said, "Emanta ikkada musalvaadu kuchunnaru," he said. How come only old people are sitting in this group, he said, and walked away. As soon as they heard that, they realized we need to immediately take action, because Bhagavan said, how come only old people are sitting here? We urgently need to install some young people before the next bhajan starts. They started looking around, they saw me wandering there. They realized, they saw immediately I was a familiar face, a known devil definitely better than an unknown angel. They have registered me sitting at the back in many, many samitis in Bangalore. They said, boy, come and sit here with us. 3 weeks from the time I had the desire, I was sitting at his lotus feet, 2 feet away from his lotus feet, with absolutely no idea whatsoever about singing bhajans. Why did I share this? Brothers and sisters, why did I share this? All these experiences granted to us in this, our existence, in our human life, all these experiences do not say anything about the individuals involved in the experiences. These experiences reveal the glorious attributes of our beloved Bhagavan. Our Lord is revealed through our lives. Here, the Lord showed, I am listening to each and every one of your thoughts. I am listening to each and every one of your prayers. I am a witness to everything. I am a silent listener to every conversation, not the external conversation, but the internal conversation we are having. Sometimes we are having those conversations in a very, very casual fashion. However, not even a random thought of ours misses the Lord. Not even the footsteps of an ant misses the Lord. Everything is, the Lord is patiently listening to, and he takes action. It shows how much karuna the Lord has, how much daya, how much compassion our beloved Bhagavan has for us. us. So even if we ask out of our greed, excess desire, ask for something, he is not looking for the most musically sophisticated talent in this world. Even a Muda Mate like me could sit there, and it used to be hilarious when we were sitting in front of Bhagavan, because I absolutely had no idea why a harmonium was being placed in the bhajans. I did not know the geography or the physics of this particular machine. I would wonder why are they keeping a harmonium here. It is extremely inconvenient, because I thought if the harmonium is not there, we could sit closer to Swami. And we did not know how to start the bhajans for the Shruti, so we would sit about 2 feet away from Bhagavan's lotus feet. The main singer, the harmonium player, will actually start the bhajan for us. When Bhagavan is lovingly seated, he will start Dasharatha Nandana Rama, and he will look at us and say, Then we will immediately say, Daya Sagara Rama. That is how we would lead bhajans at his lotus feet. Without even knowing anything, what it shows is Bhagavan's compassion. Sometimes in the process of devotional singing, we focus too much on singing, but we don't focus on the devotion aspect. The Lord demands only devotion. He has come to this planet, descended upon the earth, seeking bhaktas. How do we know that? How did I understand that, brothers and sisters? We don't have to examine, we don't have to go too far. When our beloved Bhagavan wrote the first letter to mankind, where he proclaimed who he is, where he declared the purpose for our existence, the very first word in that first letter, the divine hands wrote, Maya Nataka Sutradari, Maya Manusha Veshadhari, he wrote. The first word said Bhaktuluku, to my devotees. That clearly demonstrates why this beloved Bhagavan has come among us. He has not come here seeking our social status, financial strength, or the physical status. He will not derive anything from any of this. He has come here, the Lord kept singing as through his divine discourses. Even now Bhagavan sings this, I am searching and I keep searching. What for? When the entire universe is captured in the palm of this Lord, what is this Lord possibly could be? What can this Lord possibly could be searching? This Lord is searching for devotion, for pure bhakti, brothers and sisters. He is looking for PhDs among us, pure-hearted devotees. That is what our beloved Bhagavan is. The Lord revealed that it does not matter what your qualification is, as long as you open your heart and come to my lotus feet, the Lord will accommodate each and every one of us. Because when the Lord came among us, he did not come as a very, very complicated, sophisticated avatar. He came as Bhola, as the bhajan says, simple. The Lord is a very, very simple Lord, so that each and every one of us can experience him. Bhagavan took my ability to butcher bhajans to the next stage. As I was confidently singing bhajans away, Bhagavan decided to replace that Sai Ram shed with the beautiful hall that our brother was referring to, called Sai Ramesh Hall. It is a very, very beautiful big hall to make the devotees comfortable, not for him again. Again his kindness is revealed only so that devotees can sit comfortably during rain or shine. The devotees had to be comfortable. Bhakton ke Prabhu after all. So when this Lord set up this particular hall, we immediately realized our chances are over, because we were never trained as proper singers, especially because we don't know how to sing in a microphone where you have to really adjust and modulate your voice properly for the microphone. If you make any mistakes, the mistakes will get amplified 1,000 times, and you may not have followers at the end of the bhajan. They may not be there. So I was wondering, probably as soon as this hall construction is finished, Swami is going to send a message to our bhajan group. Thank you very much for your services all these days. Now my students are going to sing. Now you go and sit at the back. That is what I thought was going to happen. The hall was completed. Construction was completed. Beloved Lord came from Prashantanalayam to Vrindavan. And one fine Thursday when I entered Vrindavan, our harmonium player was was sitting there with a white face, pale face, as if somebody had slapped him so hard. I asked him, brother, what happened? Why are you sitting in such a depressed fashion? He said, Hari, today we got the message. I said, what was the message? That students are going to sing, that you are no longer required. No, Hari. Today Swami sent a message through the warden that we are singing today in microphone. No wonder he looked so depressed. Brothers and sisters, the amount of selflessness I saw in that group that day, I never saw after that. Everybody said, no, you sing. I don't want to sing. No, you sing. I know that we are going to let the Swami down. Why does it have to be registered in my name? Let it be you. So that is the kind of selflessness with which everybody was allowing each other to sing. And our Lord came. I got the first opportunity to offer a bhajan at his lotus feet in the microphone. Swami was very, very lovingly seated on the throne. And I was so very afraid. I did not know whether my song was going to come out okay. I had never sung in a microphone before. 10,000 people are sitting behind me, and our Lord of the universe, Nada Brahmamai Saishwari, is sitting there. I was very, very worried, Swami. I started praying very intensely, Swami. When I sing, please, because of the mistakes I am going to make, please do not get up and go away, Swami. Please do not stop the bhajan in the middle and take Arati, Swami. Please, Swami, I am really, really afraid. I wanted to sing this bhajan. Rama Rama Jaya Raghukula Tilaka Rajiva Lochana Ishvara Masuta Jaya Jagavandana Ratnakara Kuladipa Ratnakara Kuladipa Sai Avatar Kuladipa. But brothers and sisters, this is not how I sang that day. I was sweating bullets. I did not know what was going to happen. Swami may stop the bhajan, shivering and trembling. I looked at the Lord helplessly, started singing with fear. Swami says, why fear when I am here? Swami, here I fear because you are here. Rama Rama Jaya Raghukula Tilaka. I looked at Bhagavan helplessly. Swami opened his eyes, looked at me very, very kindly with a broad smile and said, sing freely. The Lord said, sing freely. What a beautiful lesson the Lord taught us. When we sing to our Antaryami, fear is the last feeling we should have. We should sing freely. The only feeling we are even eligible to actually give to Bhagavan when we offer bhajans, when we take the divine name on our tongues, is feelings of devotion, bhakti. What a beautiful message. When you sing to the Lord, irrespective of where you are seated, do not sing with fear. Sing freely because we are conveying the message to our Swami. Think about it, brothers and sisters. The bhajan says, Mere jeevan mein saath raho, Sainath. The bhajan says, Mere jeevan mein saath raho Sainath. What does it mean literally? Literally it means, Swami, be with me all the time. Is he not with us? So the deeper meaning is, Swami, that I know, you know that you are with me. Make me feel your presence every moment of my life. Mere jeevan mein saath raho means that is the inner meaning. But then the bhajan has another profound secret that it is willing to teach us. It says, Swami, I am asking you not because you are Daya Sagara, not because you are Kripa Sagara, but because you are my Swami. Mere Sai, Mere Baba, Mere Pran, Nath Ram. Swami, I am asking you all this because you are my Swami. You are Mere Sai, Mere Baba. That is why in bhajans, when the lead singer sings Mere Sai, or the follower saying Tere Sai, followers are also saying Mere Sai. That is the unique mathematical equation about our beloved Bhagavan. You divide Swami by 6 billion people in this world, everybody will get the same amount of Sai into them. That is the greatest aspect of our Bhagavan. Sing with that kind of a sense of ownership to our Bhagavan. Swami, you are mine, so to communicate to you, to converse with you through this bhajan, I should not have fear, I will have only feeling. What a beautiful message our beloved Bhagavan taught me that day. However, as this journey progressed, I started getting an opportunity to offer bhajans at this lotus feet week after week. Vrindavan Bhajan group gets the opportunity to sing bhajans in his presence on Thursday mornings and Sunday mornings and Sunday evenings. Especially on Sundays, the bhajan starts in the morning and continues till evening, and the Lord will come again in the evening to take arati. Again morning and evening he will give an opportunity. He will be very, very lovingly seated on his throne, allow us to offer bhajans. As I was singing bhajans week after week after week, I was getting so confident. I really sincerely started believing that I am indeed a great singer. I thought perhaps I am very, very good. Brothers and sisters, even Narada got this feeling, it seems. Swami explained this once. Narada, who is called the Kana Rishi, Naga Rishi, his only daytime, full-time job is to stand in front of Mahavishnu and sing. And one day he got this thought, perhaps, Vishnu, I am singing in front of the Lord himself every single day, every single moment of my existence. And every time I sing, Mahavishnu also seems to be enjoying it. So probably I must be a good singer, he thought. I must be doing this job pretty well. That is what he thought. Mahavishnu simply looked at him and smiled, but he did not say anything. A few moments later, Mahavishnu called him and said, Narada, hold my hand, close your eyes, I want to take you to some place. Narada obliged, held the hands of the Lord, which sometimes in the life we hesitate to do, and we do not close our eyes, we check whether the Lord is around every time. But Narada held the hands and closed the eyes and went behind Lord Mahavishnu, and as Lord Mahavishnu went, he went in front of a place. There was a big door, and the door opened, and it was full of darkness inside. Narada, now we can open your eyes, he said. Narada opened the eyes. As soon as he opened the eyes, there was a flash of light that came from a corner, and along with that light, it was somebody screaming in pain, as if somebody's limb was broken, a hand or a leg was broken. Ayyo, so much of pain. And the light disappeared. Again another light appeared in another corner. Again the same kind of a pain. And slowly the pain, the screams and the flashes of light increased in intensity. Narada could not bear the pain anymore. He said, Swami, what is going on? What is all this sound? Why am I seeing all this pain? And that is when Mahavishnu very, very kindly explained to Narada, Narada, you sing so many of these songs in front of me. All the ragas that you are singing, they are not simply a combination, collection of musical notes. Every raga has a form, and every time you make a mistake in the raga, you are actually breaking the limbs of one of those ragas, and this is the damage done by you. If Narada himself had the same fate, this kind of a fate, think about us, brothers and sisters. However, I did not share this to scare you all away from bhajan singing. That is not the intention. So the right kind of attitude should be there. As if, Swami, who am I in front of you, Swami? You are the Nada Swarupa. If you want, you can create the raga at any time you start singing Bhagavan. You yourself are acting, you are behaving so humble in front of us only to teach a lesson, Bhagavan. How can we bring arrogance and that kind of a false confidence? Unfortunately, I had developed that kind of a wrong confidence. Week after week, when I was singing in front of the Lord, one day I really started thinking, Swami, I am probably singing pretty good here, because week after week I am singing in front of you. So I thought I don't need to practice bhajans anymore. I thought I could just go and sit in Vrindavan, open the bhajan book, close my eyes like Narada, and put my finger on any bhajan and sing that bhajan. That is what I thought. And every time we have this kind of a confident moment, a ego-filled moment. Swami says ego stands for edging God out. That is what happened in my case. I was about to edge God out. Every time we take such kind of an ego-filled activity, the Lord will immediately roll up his sleeves, and it is a fertile football ground for the Lord. He will come and give us a nice solid kick so that we don't come to that same point in time again. Never ever feel like that. Again, that is his compassion, because if he allows our ego to grow, if he does not fix us at all, then what would have happened? It would have become a big incurable disease. The fact that our beloved Bhagavan cares so much about our ultimate destination that we have to reach, as soon as we have any ego-filled activities, he will come and immediately grant us that very beautiful kick in our head. For that we have to thank him. We have to say, oh Lord, it is because of your karuna, you immediately came and corrected this Mudamate Swami. Thank you. That Lord decided to correct me one day. So I was sitting on a Thursday morning in front of Bhagavan, and it was my turn to sing next. Our sisters in the bhajan group were singing a bhajan, and Mudamate, out of my confidence, I hadn't decided which bhajan to sing next. Swami was seated on his throne, and the harmonium player was sitting next to me. He was sweating. Why was he sweating? Because I haven't given what bhajan to sing next, and he has to give the right key in the harmonium. And this is one thing very, very convenient about bhajans. If you make a mistake, you can always blame the harmonium player. You did not give me the right key, that is why I messed up. So he was really tense and wondering what is going to happen. And the previous bhajan was happening. Confident Mudamate was sitting. Brothers and sisters, it is good to have confidence in life. However, confidence should always come from faith, not from pride. Here I had the wrong kind of confidence. I was sitting there at the very last minute, again in front of Bhagavan. We are not supposed to talk to each other. We can only take pieces of paper and write. At the very last minute, as the previous bhajan was about to end, I took a piece of paper and I wrote Shivaya Namah Shiva and handed it to him. He looked at it and he started sweating even more. Because there are so many bhajans that start with Shivaya Namah Shiva, he did not know which one I was about to destroy next. So the bhajan that I wanted to sing was a very beautiful bhajan. Shivaya Namah Shiva, Shivaya Namah Shiva, Shivaya Namah Namah Shivaya. Om means first, Shiva means auspiciousness, Nama means salutation. Oh Lord of auspiciousness, my first salutation goes to you. That is the meaning of this bhajan. And this, as this brother was scrambling to find out what the Shruti was, the previous bhajan ends. That bhajan was 4 scales above this. Out of my confidence and arrogance, I started that bhajan about 4 scales higher than the normal Shruti. And I started the bhajan like this. Shivaya Namah Shiva, Shivaya Namah Shiva, Shivaya Namah Shivaya. As soon as I started the bhajan, I realized what I had done. The criminal sin that I had done, where how far ego can bring one person. I started crying instantly. Tears started rolling down. I realized what a grave mistake I had done. In Bhagavan's presence, when the Supreme Lord of the Universe has been so kind to descend upon the earth, choose to walk among us, not only when he is walking among us, he has made us contemporaries of his avatar. On top of that, he has said, he has come here to reveal that he is the very goal. He has also showed this wonderful path where we can actually take his divine name on our tongues. We don't have to do any complicated sadhana in Kali Yuga. Simply by holding on to his name, we can actually become that name. The Lord has come here by making that sankalpa, and here I let that very Lord down in that very activity. I felt very miserable. Thought what a horrible human being I was. Brothers and sisters, that day I wanted liberation more than any other day. It was such a horrible situation. I wanted the earth below me to open so that I could go inside. Swami was sitting there and I made this mistake. Immediately our brothers in our bhajan group, they realized that I am sitting in front of Mission Impossible. They immediately took the microphone and kept it in front of another boy who had a much wider voice range, and he finished that bhajan. But I was feeling so horrible. What have I done? So I immediately told the brothers in the bhajan group, brothers, I don't deserve to enter Vrindavan from now on. The supreme holy land of the Lord, I don't deserve because of the kind of ego I have. So I am not going to come to Vrindavan from now on. I don't deserve to be in the bhajan group. I have let you down. I have let Swami down. Saying that, crying, I walked out of Vrindavan that day. Feeling very, very bad. That Sunday, for the first time when Swami was in Vrindavan, I did not go to Vrindavan, sitting at home and crying. What a horrible person I was. What a wonderful chance that I have missed. We shall not come to these moments of regrets, brothers and sisters, when because of our ego, we lose an opportunity to progress more and more towards that Lord because of our arrogance. I was crying, and the next Thursday, instead of going to Vrindavan, I went to my office, still thinking about Vrindavan. Anupama Sundara's darshan was going on in Vrindavan. I was missing all that. At about 10 o'clock, a loving Sai brother from the bhajan group calls me. He said, Hari, why didn't you come today? I said, of course, you know why I didn't come. I don't even deserve to be part of the group. I don't deserve to enter Vrindavan. How do you think I can come? He said, Hari, today Swami was looking for you, he said. I could not believe that. And he said, Swami, as he was walking along the carpet, as he came to the front, he was searching for somebody, and he spotted this boy who was always sitting next to me in the bhajan group. He asked this boy, where is that boy? This boy did not know which boy Swami was talking about. So he got up and asked Swami, ever Swami, who? That boy with the spectacles, where is that boy? Swami asked. At that time, I was the only boy wearing spectacles in the bhajan group. This boy said, Swami, what Rale the Swami? He did not come. Swami said, stupid. Now it was clear Swami was referring to me. Then everybody in the bhajan group started calling. They said, you better come to Vrindavan this Sunday because Swami was looking for you. I was so happy. On one side, I was filled with joy. I was wondering whether the Lord of the universe will forgive me for what kind of mistake I have done, whether I even deserve to enter Vrindavan. Here that very Lord does not want one child, one insignificant ego-filled insect. He does not want even that insect to go away from him. He wants that child to be part of the mission, allowing me, inquiring about me. I felt so much of gratitude. However, on the other side of my heart, I also had a little bit of a doubt. I was not sure. I started thinking, Swami, were you really looking for me? And if you were really looking for me, how nice it will be if you confirm that with me also in person, Swami. Greed, there is no limit to my desire. I was always at this greedy level. So I went to Vrindavan on Sunday. On that Sunday, it was Ganesh Chaturthi. So our group did not get a chance to sing in front of Bhagavan. The students did a musical program and we were wondering. So then I was thinking also, perhaps Swami was not looking for me. I was actually actively looking for anybody else wearing spectacles in the bhajan group to confirm that I was the only one wearing spectacles. Then we were standing near the boys' hostel. Suddenly there was a commotion saying, Swami is visiting the hostel. Then the Lord stepped out of the Trai Vrindavan gates. As he stepped out from a distance of about 40 feet, he looked at me and said in Telugu, Dunna Potaye, buffalo. Our Vrindavan Bhajan group members, they said, Swami is calling you, go. So I ran towards Bhagavan, knelt in front of him with the love of a million mothers. Swami asked me, Ennathukku varala Thursday? He asked, why didn't you come on Thursday? What will I tell this Lord? I was crying. Swami said, Pada Namaskar Tisko. Take Pada Namaskar. I was asking for forgiveness. This Lord went so far out of the way. He says it, if you take one step towards me, I shall take 100 towards you. That is perhaps an understatement because of the humble nature of the Lord. Even if you think of taking one step, the Lord will take 1,000 steps coming running towards you to hug you, to take you, keep him so close, keep all of us close to his lotus feet, brothers and sisters. But this Lord did not stop there. 2 weeks from that time, Swami said, I will talk to the Vrindavan Bhajan group. You all wait wait in the Sai Avatar. We were waiting for the Lord. The Lord came around the bhajan group and he granted Pada Namaskar to all of us. He came to the boy sitting next to me, and that boy got up and asked, Swami, somebody is not feeling well at home. Will you please give prasadam? And he stretched the hands. Swami materialized vibhuti. So much of vibhuti that this boy could not actually hold in one hand. He had to stretch both the hands. His hands were filled. And many of you would have experienced and seen this. When Swami gives vibhuti to the person sitting next to you, the rule says, shamelessly stretch your hands, because you may get a couple of drops of the divine ash, paramartha, ishtartha, moksha pradhanam. We may get liberation itself. So I also shamelessly stretch my hands like this. The Lord still had so much vibhuti on his hand. He looked at my hand, he pushed my hand away, and he applied that vibhuti on my throat. And he said in Telugu, Adi clear outudra, your voice will become clear. Brothers and sisters, many people have witnessed this happening live. Exactly 3 months from that date, my voice changed completely opposite, completely dramatically. Again, why did they share this? It does not reveal, does not say anything about the individual involved in this experience. It shows no matter what background we come from, no matter what our capabilities are, our beloved Lord loves each and every one of us. He will go to any extent to keep us. It reveals His glorious attributes, brothers and sisters. I do not want to take too much of airtime to punish all of you. One day, during that particular time, after giving a lot of attention, personal attention to me, suddenly Swami started ignoring me. If I look back, some of the best experiences from a devotional expression standpoint are those moments not when Swami was talking, but when he was ignoring. Because the best ring we can get from Swami is ignoring. The Lord, when He ignores, what happens? We start yearning for Him. We start wondering, Swami, why are you going away from me? I always sing this bhajan when Swami, this song from a Tamil movie, when Swami slightly goes away, I sing, Vadikai marandadu eno, ennai vaattilum davam eno. I always sing this, Swami, how come you used to come here so close to us? You forgot that, Swami. Nothing wrong in singing movie songs as long as the feeling behind that is devotion, bhakti, yearning for that Lord. And here I used to yearn, Swami, how come you are not coming near me? How come you are not touching me? How come you are not talking to me, Swami? The yearning becomes more and more and more and more. As this yearning increases, brothers and sisters, the more the Lord appears to be going away, the more He is actually giving us, because the Lord makes us go deeper and deeper and deeper within us. As we go deeper and deeper, our intensity increases for the Lord, and the Lord will bring the best of devotion from us. The kind of devotion we never even thought existed in us in the first place. The kind of devotion that we did not even know we are actually capable of demonstrating in the human existence. That is grace, brothers and sisters. When the Lord makes you a devotee, that is His karuna as well. And that day, I was sitting at home and I was looking at Bhagavan's picture and I was thinking, Swami, how come you are not coming near me, Swami? मंदिर में तुम राम साई, मस्जिद में नूर मोहम्मद, गुरुद्वारे में तू गुरु नानक, मन मंदिर में साई साई, बोलो राम एक ही नाम, बोलो राम एक ही नाम, सब मिल बोलो साई राम, मंदिर में तुम राम साई. As I was singing this bhajan, looking at Bhagavan's picture at home, I broke down completely, started crying. Swami, when I come home from office every day, my worldly mother, my physical mother, who is only responsible for this body, cares about me so much. She asks me, how was your day? Did you have a good day in the office and so on? Gives me coffee or tea or something. But then Swami, you are my universal mother. Your love to me is supposed to be that equivalent of millions and millions of mothers, Swami. Why are you ignoring me? Don't you care about me anymore? Don't you care? Then I started, as soon as that feeling came that Swami does not care about me, I started chanting that like a mantra. You don't care, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care about me. And that feeling became so heavy. Then I was pouring my heart out, Swami, you don't care about me. The next day I was sitting there in Vrindavan. It was my turn to sing next. I was the second person from the carpet. Swami was going around giving darshan. I closed my eyes, started singing Mandir mein tum Ram Sai. As soon as I started singing, I was closing my eyes. Suddenly I heard Swami's voice. So I opened my eyes. Swami was standing there. He was trying to tell me something. This is even worse. I am actually praying so much that Swami should talk to me, and when he is actually talking to me, I am in the middle of a bhajan trying to sing a bhajan. I cannot get up and go ask, what is it, Swami? This is a very, very technical difficulty here. And I am wondering, Swami, what is Swami trying to tell me? Swami is telling me, hey, people behind you cannot hear you. Keep the microphone close to you. The Lord is telling me, keep the microphone close to your mouth. But because my hand was busy with the harmonium, I am looking at Swami. I was not responding. I simply said, Mandir mein tum Ram Sai. Swami got a little upset and he told the boy sitting next to me, adjust the microphone for him. That boy was so happy that Swami spoke to him. He was very, very happy that he adjusted the microphone, and then Swami stood there for a while, and then he said, Ippudu Bhagamdi, now it is good. And then he went and sat in the throne, listened to the entire bhajan. The previous day I was telling Swami from my heart, Swami, you don't care. 12 hours later the Lord comes back and asks me, what do you mean I don't care? I care about you so much that I care about your voice being heard properly in one bhajan to the people. That is the level of detail to which I care about each and every one of you. Simply conveyed that through one instrument, one child through an experience, hence conveying the message through all of us brothers and sisters. The Lord cares about us immensely. I have a specific note here to speak in Tamil. I hope you are all okay with that. என்னோட தமிழ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கொச்சையாக தான் இருக்கும். மன்னியுங்கள், ஆனால் சொல்லும் விஷயத்தை மறக்காதீர்கள். மன்னிப்போம் மறப்போம் விஷயம் இதில் வராது. நான் பெங்களூரில் வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கும்போது எனக்கு திடீர்னு அமெரிக்காவுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அமெரிக்காவுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ண அப்புறம் பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப்பில் எப்பவுமே இருப்பேன். பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப்பில் ஒரு மெம்பர்னு ஒரு பேர் இருக்குமே தவிர அமெரிக்காவில் இருந்துட்டு பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப் கூட சேர்ந்து எப்படி பாட முடியும்? 1 வருஷம் 2 வருஷம் 3 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. ஒரு ஏக்கம் வர ஆரம்பித்தது. சுவாமி, உங்கள் முன்னாடி பாடி எவ்வளவு நாளாச்சு சுவாமி? உங்கள் முன்னால் ஒரு பஜன் ரொம்ப நாளாக பாடவே இல்லையே சுவாமி. ஒரு தடவை ஒரு பஜன் சுவாமி, ஒரு அரை பஜனையாவது பாடுறதுக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைச்சா நல்லா இருக்குமே சுவாமி அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஏக்கம். மனதில் ஒரு பக்தனுக்கு ஏக்கம் இருக்கணும் கடவுளுக்காக. அப்படி ஒரு ஏக்கம் இருக்கிறவனை தான் அந்த கடவுளுக்கும் பிடிக்கும். ஏனென்றால் அந்த பக்தனுக்காக ஏங்கி வந்தவன் தானே பகவான். பக்தன் வேண்டும் என்று தான் வருகின்றான் பகவான். கடவுள் வந்து சுவாமி தர்ஷனோட வீடியோ நீங்க பார்க்கும்போது தெரியும். நீங்க தர்ஷன்ல பாக்குறீங்களோ நேராவே, இல்லைன்னா ஒரு வீடியோ பாக்குறீங்களோ, சுவாமி நேரா அப்படியே பார்த்துட்டு வர மாட்டாரு. வரும்போது கண் அப்படியே தேடும். எங்கே என் பக்தன், எங்கே என் பக்தன்னு அம்பு மாதிரி சுவாமி கண்ணு அப்படியே தேடும் எல்லாரையும். அன்புடன் கலந்த அம்பு அது. காயப்படுத்தக்கூடிய அம்பு இல்லை, அன்புடன் கலந்த அம்பு அது. அப்படியே தேடும் பக்தன் எங்கே பக்தன் எங்கேன்னு. கிருஷ்ணனுடைய தரிசனம் கிடைச்சது பரீட்சித்துக்கு. அம்மாவுடனுடைய கருவறையில் இருக்கும் பொழுது கிருஷ்ணனுடைய தரிசனமே கிடைத்து விட்டது பரீட்சித்துக்கு. அவன் பரீட்சித்து வெளியில வந்தப்போ என்ன ஆச்சு? எல்லாம் தேட ஆரம்பிச்சான். நான் பார்த்தேன், எங்கேயோ பார்த்தேனே அந்த திவ்ய ஸ்வரூபம் எங்கேன்னு கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சான். யாராவது அந்த குழந்தைய வந்து கையில் அப்படி எடுத்து வச்சுட்டா அவங்க கண்ணையே பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. அந்த குழந்தை நீதானா அதுன்னு. ஒருவேளை அந்த கண்ணுக்கும் இந்த கண்ணுக்கும் ஒரு மேட்ச் இல்லைன்னா, ஒரு பொருத்தம் இல்லைன்னா அப்புறம் பார்க்க மாட்டானா. கடைசியில் அந்த கண்ணு எப்போ நிலையா நின்றுச்சு அப்படின்னா, எப்போ கிருஷ்ணன் வந்து அந்த குழந்தைய கையில் எடுத்து வச்சானோ அந்த கண்ணை பார்த்தா, நீதானே நான் பார்த்தது பல மாதங்களுக்கு முன்னாலே அப்படின்னு. அப்படி தேடியதால், சோதனை செய்ததால் தான் அவனுக்கு பரீட்சித்துங்கிற பேரே உண்டுதான். அந்த பரீட்சித்து எப்படி பகவானை தேடினானோ, அந்த பகவான் இந்த பரீட்சை பண்றதுக்காக வந்திருக்காரு. யாராவது கிடைப்பானா ஒரு பக்தன் அப்படின்னு ஏக்கம். நான் இப்படி அமெரிக்காவில் இருக்கும் பொழுது okay. இப்படி அமெரிக்காவில் இருக்கும் பொழுது ஒரு ஏக்கம் வந்தது. 1 மாசம் 2 மாசம் ஆனா பரவாயில்ல, பல வருடங்கள் ஆகிவிட்டது. பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப்ல மெம்பர் அப்படின்னு பேரு. ஆனா அங்க வந்து எப்பெல்லாம் நான் வந்து அமெரிக்காலேருந்து லீவு போட்டுட்டு இந்தியாவுக்கு வரும்பொழுதெல்லாம், அப்போல்லாம் நான் லீவு போடுறதே சுவாமி பிருந்தாவனுக்கு வந்தப்புறம் தான் லீவு போடுவேன். ஏன்னா சுவாமி பிருந்தாவனில் இருந்தால் நமக்கும் ஒரு சான்ஸ் அப்படின்னு. அங்கே போய் உட்கார்ந்தா பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப்பில் பாட சான்ஸ் கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க, வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்காது. ஆனால் பின்னாடி போய் உட்காந்துக்கலாம். சரி, அந்த சான்ஸையும் எதுக்கு விட்டு கொடுக்குறது, நல்ல தர்ஷனம் கிடைக்குதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்தேன். மனதில் ஒரு ஏக்கம், பகவானே ஒரு பாட்டு பாட ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கிறதா உங்கள் முன்னால அப்படின்னு. ஒரு வருடத்தில் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 3 வாரம் எனக்கு விடுமுறை கிடைத்தது. கிடைத்த உடனே பிருந்தாவனுக்கு போனேன், பெங்களூருக்கு வந்தேன். வந்த பொழுது நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி பிருந்தாவன் பஜன் குரூப்புக்கு வந்து சுவாமி முன்னாடி வியாழக்கிழமை காலையிலையும் ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை காலையிலையும் சாயங்காலமும் பாடுறதுக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கும். நான் இப்படி ஃப்ளைட்டில் அப்படியே உட்காந்துட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கும் போதே யோசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன், சுவாமி 3 வாரம் லீவு கிடைச்சிருக்கு எனக்கு. இந்த 3 வாரத்தில் 3 வியாழக்கிழமை வருது, 3 ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை வருது. ஒரு வாரத்துக்கு 3 வாய்ப்பு, 3 வாரத்துக்கு 9 வாய்ப்பு. இந்த 9 சான்ஸில் ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடைச்சா போதும் சுவாமி எனக்கு அப்படின்னு வந்து இறங்கினேன். ஆனால் வந்த உடனே வெக்கமே இல்லாமல் இப்போ கேட்க முடியாது, எனக்கும் பாட சான்ஸ் கொடுத்து கேட்க முடியாது. வாயை மூடிக்கிட்டு, சுவாமி நீங்கள் விருப்பப்பட்டால் உங்களுடைய சங்கல்பம் இருந்தால் எனக்கு கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னு உட்கார்ந்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். ஒரு வியாழக்கிழமை வந்தது போனது, ஒரு ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை வந்தது போனது, 2வது வியாழக்கிழமையும் 2வது ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமையும் வந்து போய்விட்டது. கிடைக்கவில்லை சான்ஸு. பின்னாடியே உட்கார்ந்துருந்தேன். அடுத்த ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை ராத்திரி ஃப்ளைட்டில் உட்காந்து திரும்ப அமெரிக்காவுக்கு திரும்ப போகணும். அடுத்த வியாழக்கிழமையும் வந்து போய்விட்டது. ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை காலையில பிருந்தாவனுக்குள்ள போறேன். அப்படியே ஒரே ஏக்கம் சுவாமி, ஒரே டென்ஷன் வேற சுவாமி. 3 வாரம் ஆயிடுச்சே சுவாமி, ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கலையே சுவாமி அப்படின்னு. சரி, இனிமே நம்ம இவ்வளவுலாம் வெக்கப்படக்கூடாது. வெக்கம், மானம், சூடு, சொரணை எல்லாம் விட்டு விட்டு நேரா போய் அந்த பஜன் குரூப் லீடர் கிட்ட, ஐயா எனக்கும் ஒரு பாட ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கொடுங்கள் ஐயா அப்படின்ன உடனே, என்ன பாட்டு பாடணும் அப்படின்னாரு. மந்திரமே துமராம சாயி அப்படின்னு உடனே தாராளமா என்னுடைய பேரை எடுத்து 13வது ஆளா பஜன் லிஸ்ட்ல சேர்த்தாரு. இந்த கிரிக்கெட்னு சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, அந்த கிரிக்கெட்ல 12th மேன் அப்படின்னு ஒரு இடம் உண்டு. 12th மேனாவது பரவாயில்ல, என்ன 13வது ஆள் ஆக்கிட்டாங்களே, 13th மேன் ஆக்கிட்டாங்களே அப்படின்னு. இதுல என்னன்னா, சுவாமி வந்து பஜன்ல உட்காரும் பொழுது ஒரு 6, 7, 8 பஜனுக்கு உட்காருவாரு. எங்க பஜன் குரூப்ல லேடிஸ் வேற, சிஸ்டர்ஸ் வேற பாடுறாங்க. ஒருவேளை எனக்கு நிஜமாவே வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கணும்னா நான் 13வது ஆளா இருக்கேன், 26 பஜனுக்கு சுவாமி உட்கார்ந்தாதான் எனக்கு சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கும். இவ்வளவு தாராள மனசுடன் என்ன கடைசியில சேர்த்துக்கிட்டாங்களே அப்படின்னு அன்னைக்கு காலையில அப்படி ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை காலையிலே அப்படியே உட்கார்ந்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கவில்லை. சுவாமி ஒரு 7 பஜனுக்கு உட்கார்ந்துட்டு அப்படியே எழுந்து உள்ள போயிட்டாரு. ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை என்ன பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னா, சுவாமி எழுந்து உள்ள போன உடனே மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. மைக் சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் பண்ண உடனே பஜன் அப்படியே நாங்கள் தொடருவோம். சாயங்காலம் வரைக்கும் நாங்கள் தொடருவோம். சாயங்காலம் மறுபடியும் என்ன ஆகும்னா, ஒரு 3:30, 4 மணி வாக்கில் சுவாமி மறுபடி வருவார். மறுபடி வந்து தரிசனம் கொடுக்கும்போது மறுபடி ஒரு சில பஜன்கள் பாட வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கும். அப்புறம் தான் சாயங்காலம் ஆரத்தி எடுத்துட்டு உள்ளே போவார். நாங்கள் காலையில் எனக்கு வாய்ப்பு போச்சு, இனிமே ஒரே ஒரு வாய்ப்பு தான் இருக்கு, சாயங்காலம் கிடைக்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்பு இது. சரி, இனிமே பார்த்தேன், நம்ம இனிமேலும் இன்னும் இதுக்கு மேல வெக்கம்லாம் இருக்கக்கூடாது, நம்ம இன்னும் நேராகவே கேட்டு விடலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த பஜன் குரூப் லீடர் கிட்ட போய், ஐயா காலையில 13வது ஆளா போட்டீங்களே, சாயங்காலம் பஜனுக்கு என்ன முதல் ஆளா போடுங்க ஐயா அப்படின்னு கேட்டேன். அவர் ரொம்ப தாராளமா போட்டுடலாமே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நேரா எடுத்து என் பேரை முதல்ல போட்டாரு சாயங்காலம் பஜனுக்கு. நான் நினைச்சுக்கிட்டேன், எப்பேற்பட்ட முட்டாளடா இது 3 வாரத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே பண்ணிருக்கலாமே. தாராளமா என்னுடைய பேர் எடுத்து முதல்ல போட்டாங்க. ஹரின்னு போட்டு மந்திரமே தும ராமசாயி அந்த ஸ்ருதி போட்டு உட்கார்ந்துருக்கேன். 3 மணியிலிருந்து எனக்கு ஒரே சந்தோஷம் தாங்க முடியவில்லை. காத்து கொண்டிருந்தேன். மைக்கு கிடையாது. 3 மணிக்கு வந்து அப்படியே ஜிங்குன்னு உட்கார்ந்து கொஞ்சம் சென்ட் கிட்டலாம் அடிச்சுட்டு வந்து உட்கார்ந்து பாடும்போது கொஞ்சம் நல்ல வாசனையும் வரட்டுமே அப்படின்னு அப்படி வந்து உட்கார்ந்துருந்தாங்க. 3 மணிக்கு அப்படி உட்கார்ந்து இருக்கும் பொழுது ஒரு விஷயம் பார்த்தேன். என்ன விஷயம் அப்படின்னா, இந்த ஆண்களும் பெண்களும் பிரதர் சிஸ்டர்ஸ் மாத்தி பாடுவாங்க. ஒவ்வொரு தடையும் இந்த ஆண்கள் குரூப்ல இருந்து யாராவது வந்து பாடும்போது என் முன்னாடி மைக் இருந்தது, ஆனா அந்த மைக் ஆஃபா இருந்தது. அந்த மைக் எப்ப ஆன் பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, உள்ள சுவாமியோட மந்திர் இருக்கு, திரை பிருந்தாவன் மந்திர்னு. அந்த திரை பிருந்தாவனோட கதவு திறக்கும் சுவாமி வெளியில் வரும் பொழுது. அந்த கதவு திறந்த உடனேயே இங்க மைக் ஆன் ஆயிடும். அப்படின்னா இந்த மைக்கு வந்து எப்ப வேணுமானாலும் ஆன் ஆகலாம். ஏன்னா எப்ப சுவாமி வெளியில வருவாருன்னு தெரியாது. இந்த மைக்கு திடீர்னு ஆன் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா சுவாமி எங்க வந்தாச்சு அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். அங்கேருந்து சுவாமி வந்து அந்த சாந்தி வேதிகாக்கு வர்றதுக்கு, அவருடைய ஆசனத்திற்கு வருவதற்கு ஒரு 1.5 பஜனையாவது பிடிக்கும். நிதானமா மெல்ல நடந்து அற்புதமா அப்படியே தர்ஷனம் கொடுத்துட்டு வருவாரு. மைக் ஆஃப் ஆயிருந்தது. ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்களும் பாடுகிறார்கள். அந்த பாடும் பொழுது ஒவ்வொரு பாட்டு பாடுறதுக்கு முன்னாடியும் அந்த லீடர் வந்து என்கிட்ட கேட்பாரு, ஹரி உனக்கு இந்த பாட்டு தெரியுமா அப்படின்னு கேட்பாரு. நம்ம ரொம்ப பெரிய ஆள் பொருள் பஜன்ல, அதனாலதான் எல்லா பாட்டும் தெரியுமா கன்சல்டன்ட் நினைச்சுக்கிட்டேன்னா, அப்புறம் என்ன விஷயம் ஒவ்வொரு பஜனைக்கும் கேட்குறீங்களே, இது தெரியுமான்னு அப்புறம் தான் போட்டு எனக்கு விஷயத்த சொன்னாங்க. என்னடா இது அப்படின்னு, எதுக்காக இவ்வளவு தாராளமா என்னோட பேர் எடுத்து முதல்ல போட்டாங்கன்னு அப்புறம் தான் தெரிஞ்சது. இது என்னவென்றால், சுவாமி எப்பொழுது வேண்டுமென்றாலும் வரலாம், மைக் எப்பொழுது வேண்டுமென்றாலும் ஆன் ஆகலாம். அதனால ஒருவேளை ஆண்கள் ஒரு பஜன் பாடிக்கொண்டிருந்தால், பாடும் பொழுது ஒருவேளை சுவாமி வெளியில வந்து விட்டால், மைக் ஆன் ஆகிவிட்டால், யார் அந்த பட்டியலிலே முதலிலே இருக்கிறார்களோ அந்த பஜன் பாடகர்களிலே, அவர்கள் தன்னுடைய பாடலை தியாகம் செய்துவிட்டு இந்த பாடலை அப்படியே மைக்கில் பாடி முடிக்கணும். அவ்வளவுதான். அது தெரிஞ்ச உடனே மறுபடியும் போய் கேட்க முடியாது, என்ன 2வது பஜன் சிங்கரா போடுங்க, கோல்டு மெடல் வேண்டாம் சில்வர் மெடலே போடும் அப்பால கேட்க முடியாது. சரி போன இவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்து விட்டோமே சுவாமி, இவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்தேனே, இதற்காக இவ்வளவு ஏங்கினேனே சுவாமி, ஆனா இப்பொழுது என்னவென்றால் நிலைமை இப்படி ஆகிவிட்டேனே சுவாமி, எப்படி கிடைக்கும் எனக்கு வாய்ப்பு அப்படின்னு யோசிக்க ஆரம்பித்தேன். நமக்கெல்லாம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் புத்தி இல்லையா, ரொம்ப யோசிக்க ஆரம்பித்தேன். அப்புறம் தான் யோசிச்சேன். இதுல மிக மிக அற்புதமான விஷயம் என்னவென்றால், சிஸ்டர்ஸும் பாடிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க, நம்ம பிரதர்ஸும் பாடிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஒருவேளை சுவாமி வந்து சிஸ்டர்ஸ் பாடும்போது வந்தா நமக்கு நல்லது அப்படின்னு. எவ்வளவு நல்லா இருக்கும். அவங்க பெரிய பாட்டாவே எடுத்துட்டு பாடட்டுமே, நமக்கு ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனையே இல்லை, நிதானமா பாடட்டும், ஒவ்வொரு லைனையும் 3-4 தடவை வேணா பாடட்டும், பரவாயில்ல. அவங்க எவ்வளவு நிதானமா பாடுறாங்களோ அப்ப சுவாமி ஒருவேளை வெளியில வந்தா அவர் இங்க வர்றதுக்குள்ள நமக்கு சான்ஸ் கிடைச்சிடும் நம்ம பாட்டை பாடுறதுக்கு அப்படின்னு ஒரே ஜாலி. அதனால நினைச்சேன், நமக்கு வந்து லேடிஸ் எப்ப பாடுறாங்களோ அப்பதான் சுவாமி வரணும், ஜென்ஸ் பாடும்போது சுவாமி வரக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு எப்ப தெரிஞ்சதோ உடனே பிரார்த்தனை செய்ய ஆரம்பித்தேன். கண்ணை மூடிக்கிட்டு இந்த ஜென்ஸ் வந்து பாட ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே சுவாமி தயவு செஞ்சு வெளியில வராதீங்க. அவங்க லேடிஸ் வந்து பாட ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே சுவாமி ஹரி பஜன் அப்படின்னா பெரிய பாட்டு உடனே வாங்க சாமின்னு 1/2 மணி நேரமா மாத்தி பிரேயர். சுவாமி வராதீங்க, சுவாமி வாங்க, சுவாமி வராதீங்க, சுவாமி வாங்க, மாத்தி ஒரே பிரேயர், பிரார்த்தனை மேல பிரார்த்தனை, ஒரே ஏக்கம். கடைசியா இந்த ஆண்கள் வந்து ஒரு பாட்டு ஆரம்பித்தார்கள். அருமையான பாடல் சிவன் மேல. ஹரியோ நம சிவாய, ஹரி ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஹரி ஓம், ஹரி ஓம், ஹரி ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஹரி ஓம், ஹரி ஓம், ஹரி ஓம் நம சிவாய. இந்த பாட்டு சின்ன பாட்டு வேற. இந்த பாட்டு பாட ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே பிரார்த்தனை செய்ய ஆரம்பித்தேன். சுவாமி சின்ன பாட்டு, ஆண்கள் பாடிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க, தயவு செஞ்சு வராதீங்க சுவாமியை கண்ணை மூடிக்கொண்டிருந்தேன். அந்த பாட்டு ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனேயே மைக்கானாகிவிட்டது. அப்பொழுதே தெரிந்து விட்டது, வருடக்கணக்காக எங்கிக் கொண்டிருந்தேன் இந்த ஒரு வாய்ப்புக்காக, இவ்வளவு பக்கத்திலே வந்து விட்டேன் பாடுவதற்காக, ஆனால் இவ்வளவு வேண்டிக் கொண்டு விட்ட பின்னரும் இந்த பகவான் வரவில்லையே நான் பாடும்போது அப்படின்னு ஒரே சோகம், ஒரே துக்கம், கண்ணிலே அப்படியே தாரையாக கண்ணீர் கொட்ட ஆரம்பித்து விட்டது. அப்படியே விக்கி அழ ஆரம்பித்தேன், அப்படியே பாட ஆரம்பித்தேன் கண்ணை மூடிக்கொண்டு. சுவாமி இந்த 3 வருஷமா, இந்த 4 வருஷமா ஒரு விஷயம் கேட்டேன் சுவாமி, இந்த 3 வாரமா இப்படி ஏங்கினேன் இந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துக்காக சுவாமி, வேற ஒண்ணுமே கேட்கல சுவாமி. இவ்வளவு ஏங்கினப்புறமும் கூட எனக்கு இந்த ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கொடுக்கவில்லையே. இன்னைக்கு சாயங்காலம் நான் ஃப்ளைட் ஏறி போயிடுவனே, மறுபடியும் நான் எப்போ வருவனோ தெரியாது, வந்தாலும் இந்த குரூப்பு கூட உட்கார்ந்துருக்க வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்குமோ இல்லையோ தெரியாது, இனிமேல் உங்கள் முன்னாடி பாடுவனோ இல்லையோ தெரியாதுன்னு அப்படி அழ ஆரம்பித்தேன். கண்ணை மூடிக்கொண்டு கதறிக்கொண்டிருந்தேன். 3வது வரி பாடிக்கொண்டிருந்தேன். ஹரியோ 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 நம சிவாய. அந்த பாட்டு, அந்த வரி பாடிக்கொண்டிருக்கும்போது என் பக்கத்தில் இருக்கும் பையன் என்னுடைய தொடையை இப்படி தட்டினான். கண்ணை திறந்து பார் அப்படின்றான். கண்ணை திறந்து பார்த்தா சுவாமி நின்றுகிட்டு இருக்காருங்க. சுவாமி வந்து அப்படியே நேரா வந்து தன்னுடைய சிம்மாசனத்தின் மேல ஒரு கை இப்படி இருக்கும், அந்த கையை பிடித்து கொண்டு என்னை பார்த்து ஒரு பெரிய புன்னகை, ஒரு பெரிய புன்னகை. எனக்கு அப்படியே என்ன சொல்வது என்று தெரியவில்லை. அப்படியே அந்த முழு பாட்டு முடியும் வரை என்னையே பார்த்து கொண்டு அப்படியே புன்னகை புதுவிட்டே இருக்காரு. ஹரியோ 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 நம சிவாய. அந்த முழு பாட்டு முடியும் வரை சுவாமி அப்படியே ராஜமகாராஜா அப்படியே பார்த்து கொண்டு என்னை பார்த்து புன்னகையை பொறுக்கிறார். நீ பாடுவதற்காக ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கேட்டாய், இதோ கொடுத்து விட்டேன் பார் என்று. பாட்டு முடிந்தது. அப்படியே ஆனந்தம், எனக்கு சொல்ல முடியாத சந்தோஷம். பஜனம் முடிந்தது. சுவாமியும் உள்ளே போனார். அப்புறம்தான் வந்தது சந்தேகம், நிஜமாகவே இது சாத்தியமா? ஏனென்றால் நான் பார்த்திருக்கிறேன் உள்ளே எவ்வளவு நேரம் எடுக்கும் என்று. கதவு திறப்பதிலிருந்து இந்த சாந்தி வேதிக்காவதுக்கு வருவது வரைக்கும் 1.5 பஜன் பிடிக்கும். நான் இங்கு 3 வரிகள் கூட பாடவில்லை, அதற்குள்ளே எப்படி பகவான் வந்திருப்பார்? ஏதோ அந்த ஆடியோ தான் சரியா வேலை செய்யல போல இருக்கு, இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் நிதானமா ஆன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க போல இருக்கு அப்படின்னு நான் அதை தெளிவுபடுத்திக் கொள்வதற்காக உள்ளே போனேன். உள்ளே போய் அந்த ஆடியோ எல்லாம் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணுவார் இல்லையா, அவர்கிட்ட போய் கேட்டேன், என்ன ஆச்சு இன்னைக்கு ஆடியோவில் ஏதாவது குளறுபடியான்னு கேட்டேன். ஹரி, இன்று ஒரு மிக அற்புதமான விஷயம் நடந்தது அப்படின்னாரு. என்ன ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, திரை பிருந்தாவனுடைய கதவு திறந்தது. திறந்த உடனே இவர் ஆடியோ மைக்கை எல்லாம் ஆன் செய்தார். இவர் ஆன் செய்துவிட்டு அங்கே திரும்பி பார்த்தால் எப்பொழுதும் மெல்ல மெதுவாக அழகாக அற்புதமாக நிதானமாக நடந்து செல்லும் பகவான் அன்று ஓடி வந்து கொண்டிருந்தார். எதற்காக ஓடி வந்து கொண்டிருந்தார் என்றால், யாருடனாவது பேசுவதற்காகவா? இல்லை இல்லை, அவர் ஓடி 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 வேகமாக வந்து அந்த சேவாதல் ஒருத்தன் நின்றுட்டு இருப்பான், அவனுக்கு அவ்வளவு தூரத்திலிருந்தே அவனுக்கு ஒரு செய்கை அவனுக்கு சொல்லி திற அந்த கதவை என்று சொல்லி வேகமாக ஓடி வந்து, எதற்காக? இங்கு வந்து இந்த தன்னுடைய ஆசனத்தின் பக்கத்திலே நின்று ஒரு குழந்தை அழுகிறதே, அது அழக்கூடாதே என்று வந்து நின்று புன்னகை பூர்ப்பதற்காக வருகிறார். ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கு. ஒரு முறை சுவாமி வந்து தர்ஷனில் அப்படி என்னை இக்னோர் பண்ணிட்டு போனாரு. ரொம்ப காய்னு காய்ச்சிட்டு இக்னோர் பண்ணிட்டு போனார், அப்படியே தள்ளி போனாரு. ஒரு திரைப்பட பாடல் பாடினேன் மனதுக்குள்ளே. அமுதை பொழியும் நிலவே நீ அருகில் வராதேனோ, அருகில் வராதேனோ, இதயம் மேவிய காதலினாலே எங்கிடும் அல்லியை பாராய், புது மலர் வீணே வாடிவிடாமல் புன்னகை கூறி ஆறுதல் கூற அருகில் வராதேனோ. வந்தார் அன்னைக்கு புன்னகை பூத்து ஆறுதல் கூற அருகில் வரும் கடவுள் தான் நம்முடைய கடவுள். இதுல என்னன்னா, அஷ்டோத்திரம் சொல்கிறோம், 108 பெயர்கள். அந்த அஷ்டோத்திரத்துல ரொம்ப ஈஸியா ஓம் ஸ்ரீ பகவான் சுலப பிரசன்னாய நமகன்னு சொல்கிறோம். எளிதிலே பிரசன்னம் அடையக்கூடியவர் இவர். இவரை வந்து மகிழ்விப்பதற்காக நம்ம போய் ஹிமாலயாவில் போய் ஒரு குகைக்குள்ள ஒளிஞ்சு தவம் செய்ய வேண்டாம். பக்தியுடன் இந்த கடவுளுக்காக ஏங்கினால், எங்கு நாம் கையில் எல்லாவற்றையும் மறந்துவிட்டு, பகவானே எனக்கு உன்னை தவிர வேறு ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம், உன்னை தவிர எனக்கு வேறு ஒன்றும் தெரியாது என்று எப்பொழுது கைகூப்பி இவருக்காக காதறி காதறி அழுது இழுக்கிறோமோ, எல்லாவற்றையும் அதே மாதிரி விட்டு விட்டு ஓடி வந்து நம்மை கட்டிக்கொள்வார். அதுதான் நம்முடைய பகவான். அதனாலதான் இந்த பஜன்ல சொல்லுது, योगेश्वर साई मुरारी, योगेश्वर हे त्रिपुरारी, नित्यानंदा ब्रह्मानंदा प्रेमानंदा साई बाबा. யோகேஸ்வரான என்ன அர்த்தம்? யோகிகளுக்கெல்லாம் ஈஸ்வரன் இவன். பெரிய பெரிய யோகிகள் எல்லாம் ஆயிரக்கணக்கான வருடங்களாக தவம் இருந்து இவருடைய ஒரு பார்வை ஒரு தரிசனம் கிடைக்காதா என்று ஏங்க வைக்கிற கடவுள் இந்த கடவுள். பிரம்மானந்தா, பிரம்மானந்தத்தின் உருவம். நித்யானந்தா, எப்பொழுதுமே ஆனந்தமாக இருக்கக்கூடியவன். பிரேமானந்தா, அன்பின் உருவமானவன். எவ்வளவுதான் யோகிகளுக்கெல்லாம் கடவுளாக இருந்தாலும் பெரிய பெரிய யோகிகள் மாத்திரமே தான் என்னிடம் வர வேண்டும் என்று ஒரு முடிவெடுத்துக் கொண்டு வந்த அவதாரம் இல்லை. எல்லாரும் என்னிடம் வரலாம். யாரெல்லாம் வரலாம் என்றால், அநாதைகள் வரலாம், அநாத ரக்ஷக, தீனர்கள் வரலாம், தீனதயாளா, கீழ்மையான நிலையில் இருப்பவர்கள், பதிதா. பதிதானா என்ன? இங்கிலீஷ்ல லோலின்னு அர்த்தம். பாவனானா என்ன அர்த்தம்? ஹோலின்னு அர்த்தம். லோலி பீப்புள் வில் பிகம் ஹோலி பீப்புள் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் பகவான். எதனால? எப்படி என்றால், பாமரர்களுக்காக வந்த கடவுள் ஐயா நம்மளுடைய பகவான். எப்பேற்பட்ட பகவான் என்றால், போலா பண்டாரி பாபா. போலானா என்ன? சிம்பிள். இவரை விட ஒரு எளிமையான ஒரு அவதாரம் சரித்திரத்திலேயே கிடையாது ஐயா. அப்பேற்பட்ட பகவான் இவர். இந்த பகவான் கேட்டுக்கொண்டு வந்த விஷயம் ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், பக்தியை கொடு, உன்னுடைய இதயத்தை கொடு, எனக்கு அதுதான் வேண்டும். உன்னுடைய பணம் வேண்டாம், உன்னுடைய பதவி வேண்டாம், உன்னுடைய புகழ் வேண்டாம், உன்னுடைய சொத்து சுகம் ஒன்றுமே வேண்டாம், உன்னுடைய இதயத்தை கொடு, தூய்மையாக்கி விட்டு உன்னுடைய இதயத்தை கொடுன்னு கேட்டு வந்த கடவுள் நான் இது. எல்லாருக்குமாக வந்த கடவுள் இது. இவருக்குத்தான் அவங்களுக்குத்தான் அப்படின்னு கிடையாது. எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரே அளவில் நாம் எவ்வளவு எங்குகிறோமோ அவ்வளவு கொண்டு அங்கே இருந்து ஓடி வந்து நம்மை ஆட்கொண்டு விடுகிறது தான் இந்த கடவுள். இப்படி ஒரு அருமையான எனக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பை கொடுத்து இவரை பற்றி, பகவானை பற்றி பேசுவதற்காக வாய்ப்பை கொடுத்ததற்காக மிக மிக நன்றி. ஜெய் சாய்.